Scott Disick claims he is prepared to marry Kourtney Kardashian. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Scott Disick has shared something very personal that has made fans of the Kardashian family feel very emotional and hopeful. In a recent clip from an upcoming episode of their famous reality show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Scott opened up about his feelings for Kourtney Kardashian. He admitted he still loves her deeply and even said he is ready to marry her right now. While talking to Kim Kardashian, who asked him when he and Kourtney would be getting back together, Scott responded in a very emotional way. He said that no matter where Kourtney stands, he will always stand with her. Then, without holding anything back, he looked at her and said he loves her and is ready to marry her at that very moment. He also added that Kourtney knows one day they will be married and live a happy life together. After hearing Scott say this, Kris Jenner jumped in with some excitement and suggested that he should go ahead and propose to Kourtney. She made a joke that Kourtney would probably feel great if he asked her to marry him, especially because they already have 3 beautiful children together, Mason, Penelope, and Rain. However, Kourtney didn't say yes right away. She didn't completely shut the idea down either. Instead, she told Scott that if he truly wanted to be with her again, he needed to work on himself first. She made it clear that before they could think about being together again, some changes had to happen. Even though Scott made his feelings known and shared his hopes, fans might not want to get too excited just yet. That's because at the time this was filmed, both Kourtney and Scott were dating other people. Scott was in a relationship with Amelia Hamlin, while Kourtney was spending time with Travis Barker. Both of them had made their new relationships public by sharing pictures and moments with their new partners online. Amelia had even spent time with Scott's kids, showing that things had gotten serious between her and Scott. At the same time, Kourtney and Travis seemed very close, and their bond appeared strong. So, even though Scott said he wanted to marry Kourtney, it looked like life had moved them in different directions for the time being. Scott and Kourtney's relationship started way back in 2006. That was when they first met at a party thrown by someone they both knew. It didn't take long for them to become very close. Over the years, they were in an on and off relationship that lasted nearly a decade. Their story, full of love, fights, happy moments, and tough times, was shared on their family's reality show. Viewers around the world watched as the couple went through all kinds of ups and downs together. Eventually, in 2015, they officially ended their romantic relationship. But even after going their separate ways, they stayed on good terms and focused on raising their children together. Today, they continue to co-parent Mason, Penelope, and Rain with love and care. Their story is very long and full of emotional moments. It all began in Mexico, where Kourtney, who is from California, met Scott, who is from New York. They met at a party hosted by Joe Francis, the founder of a popular entertainment brand. Kourtney even posted a photo of that first meeting on social media years later. In the picture, she and Scott were sitting on different ends of the couch. At first, Kourtney wasn't interested in Scott. She later said in an episode of one of their spin-off shows that she thought he was annoying when they first met. But that feeling didn't last very long, and soon after, they started dating. A year later, when Keeping Up with the Kardashians began airing, Scott was introduced to viewers as Kourtney's boyfriend. During the show's first episode, Kourtney shared that they had been friends for about a year before they started dating, and since then, they had been together. Not long after that, the couple took a trip to Las Vegas, where Scott asked Kourtney if she wanted to get married. She actually said yes and even went with her family to look at the famous Little White Chapel. But after thinking about it, they both decided it was too soon and chose not to go through with the wedding at that time. Their journey together wasn't always smooth. In the second season of the show, things got tense when Kourtney found messages from another woman on Scott's phone. She was hurt and accused him of being unfaithful while she had been away. This led to their first major breakup. But it wasn't long before they got back together. In 2009, while they were in Miami, fans began to suspect that the two had rekindled their romance. That suspicion was confirmed when the two were seen being very affectionate at a party. Shortly after that, Kourtney shared that she was expecting a baby. She said she had forgotten to take her pills for a while, and that's how she became pregnant. In December 2009, their first child, Mason, was born. His arrival was a big moment for both the family and the fans. The birth was even shown on their show, and Kourtney made headlines when she helped deliver the baby herself. Mason was the first grandchild in the Kardashian family, and his birth brought a lot of joy to everyone. Not long after Mason was born, Scott and Kourtney started having problems again. Scott was dealing with some personal issues, including struggles with drinking, and this caused a lot of tension in their relationship. During one episode of Kourtney and Kim Take Miami, Kourtney decided to break up with Scott again after a bad night, during which he broke a mirror. But like before, their breakup didn't last too long, and they ended up getting back together. Over the next few years, their relationship continued to go through a lot. They had more good times and more bad times. Kourtney and Scott welcomed 2 more children, Penelope and Rain, and tried to keep their family strong. But even with the joy of their children, their issues didn't go away. Scott's personal struggles continued, and it became harder for Kourtney to stay in the relationship. Eventually, in 2015, they decided to end their romantic relationship for good. Even though they were no longer a couple, Scott and Kourtney stayed committed to their children. They worked hard to co-parent in a way that would make their kids feel loved and supported. Through the years, they each moved on and began dating other people. Scott was seen in a relationship with Sofia Richie, and they dated on and off for a few years. Kourtney, on the other hand, eventually started dating Travis Barker. That relationship grew stronger and led to a big moment in 2022 when Kourtney married Travis in a beautiful wedding. Even with new relationships in their lives, Scott and Kourtney continued to show respect for each other. They spent time together as a family, celebrated birthdays and holidays with their kids, and made sure their children knew they were surrounded by love. Fans who have followed their journey for years have always had a soft spot for them. That's why Scott's recent words about being ready to marry Kourtney touched so many hearts. It reminded everyone of how strong their connection once was and how deep Scott's feelings still are. However, it's important to understand that life is not always as simple as a love story. People grow, change, and follow different paths. Kourtney seems very happy in her marriage with Travis, and Scott has continued building his life as well. Still, Scott's message was honest and emotional, showing that some feelings don't easily go away, even after many years. Whether or not they ever get back together, it's clear that their bond, built over many years and strengthened through raising 3 children together, will never truly disappear. Fans of the show and people who have watched their story unfold from the beginning know just how much history they share. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.